So I'm training every day. I'm going to the gym. I'm preparing for my demo in May, and I am just hurting. So how do you keep going when you train that much being older? When I started doing jiu-jitsu, I trained every day, 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. I went to every class. I never missed a class because the way I felt about it is that if I made an excuse for one, I'd make an excuse for everything, right? So I attended every class. Even when I got higher up in belts, I still attended the basic class, and I still, did no-gi and the kickboxing and everything. I just stayed. I lived at the academy. But that was like a while ago, and then now, I'm closer to 50 than I am 40, and I still train every day, about 3 hours a day. I teach every day, and then I do come to open mats on Saturdays, and I always roll even if I intend not to. But lately, now that I've started to prepare for my demo, I come in an hour earlier with my son and I run through the demo. Now, as it does get easier to do, but I am finding that it's taken a little bit more of a toll on me, because it doesn't seem like rolling, but it is a lot of movements all at once, and it is for about an hour. Granted, today I got through it all in about a half an hour. Hopefully I'll work on crisping it up, and I'll talk about that, in a later video. But as I found, and as you know, and you will see as you get older, there are different kinds of roles. And something Professor said that was really, intriguing to me, and it's true, because you don't think about it unless you're seasoned, right? As you get older, your body, and you have different kinds of roles. I have the role that when I am just feeling 100%, I have the 20-year-old role. I have the wrestle role. I have the, I kind of don't want to do anything today, but someone talked me into role, and just the flow roll. And flow rolling itself is a technique in its own right. Everybody has their own way of doing that. But basically, your body, and you know what you can and cannot do. I am not a big believer in kind of like old man jiu-jitsu, because I feel like I still do the same things I did when I was, starting jiu-jitsu. But I do understand that there are modifications and to moves and techniques, and to fit everyone, because everybody doesn't move the same and is not as flexible, so you have to adjust. And we have to kind of adjust these moves for ourselves, especially when we get older. And I have a lot of men who come in and they are either in their 50s, late 40s and 50s, and they don't move the same, so we have to be able to modify that. So in that case, I guess we could say it's old man jiu-jitsu, but really it's just jiu-jitsu that is modified, right? I am an old man doing jiu-jitsu, so therefore I guess it is old man jiu-jitsu. But again, like I said, I still do the things that I did mostly. There's probably a few things I don't, probably a lot. But, when I'm feeling a certain way, I don't roll. If I feel like not rolling, I don't roll. There are certain people that I know I can roll with without, getting hurt, or that are quote unquote what we call spazzes. And I know that's not a good word to use anymore, but that is what it is. So some days I will only roll with those guys, and the bigger guys I won't. It just depends. And then there's those guys that are just like 100% all the time. Speed, as you go on in belt rank, you won't need so much speed. Your technique is going to override that. You can't match. I cannot match my son that's going to be in my demo. He is 18. He's a stallion. He's just ripped. All he does is lift weights. There's no way that if he were to go 100%, like actually, for 5-10 minutes, that I'd be able to match his speed. So I have to use my Michael Jordan techniques and just be, a little bit smarter, slow him down, right? Use my feet a little bit more, push pull, make him uncomfortable and tire him out, and then at the last second or a couple minutes, just maybe pour it on, depending. So that's, my way of, continuing to keep rolling. Again, your body, take breaks when you need it. Don't roll, but come to class, because you can get a lot from just doing the techniques and then watching, or just watching in general. But again, if you make excuses, you always will. So just show up, keep showing up, and just absorb the knowledge that is being passed to you by just sitting on the sides and watching. And people will appreciate that you still come in, even when you're not feeling it, or even when you're hurt and stuff like that. So I hope that helps.